yet called Face the Gorillas. We had another name. But today, before we kick off, we thought we could do it the series way. So bring you previously on Face the Gorillas, what happened? Who are some of the people that have been on this platform, and maybe could we get some stories from them, share their experiences, not for so long, because we really want to get in the action straight away. But right now, I'd like to invite Nixon from Mobi Ticket, who was here in 2013, came back last year, and he'll tell us what happened. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. As Alex said, my name is Nixon. I'm the founder of Mobi Ticket. The first time I attended Transform Africa Summit was in 2013. This is my third one. Last year, I had the opportunity to pitch at Face the Gorillas. It's quite a nice platform for young entrepreneurs to pitch your ideas and get support from people who understand what you're trying to do, or people who have gone through what you're going through, because all these guys here have been successful entrepreneurs, and now they're investors. Mobi Ticket is a digital platform, e-wallet, and in fintech that brings smart analytics in the transport sector and allows commuters and the public transport operators to better manage resources and also introduce cashless payments in the transport sector. It's quite a challenge in the transport sector because mainly in Africa, it's cash-based, but through what we are doing, we're introducing cashless payments, smart analytics, and we are able to help the operators and the passengers have better experiences in public transport. And hopefully this is changing the way things are done in the transport sector. We are having an impact on decongesting our cities, simply because we are introducing this digital revolution in the transport sector. We are now discussing on the possibility of actually bringing blockchain in transport, which is a very, very good thing. These guys here are part of that. Pitching here, it's a very good opportunity. Make the best of it, and for sure you will succeed, and you'll be in the path to succeed as Mobi Tickets is on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nixon. So Nixon pitched last year. In the first year, in 2013, he didn't get funding. But in the second year around, the second time around, he did get the funding that he needed. And one of the guys here maybe will tell us later what happened. He's an investor in the company. And you've heard his story. But sometimes the gorillas are negotiating, and that's what happens here. It's a platform you negotiate. And sometimes the deals are not done, either because one of the person on the other side of the coin is not in agreement with the colleague. So right now, I'd like to invite Mr. Patrick Buchana, who was on Face the Gorillas 2014. He was made a deal, he didn't take it, and yet he has continued to thrive. So Mr. Patrick Buchana, CEO, AC Group, please come tell us your story.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Patrick Buchana. As Alex said, I'm the CEO of AC Group, a smart transport company who's had a number of products, one of which is Tap and Go that was launched in Rwanda. A few years back, I stood before the gorillas They gave me an offer 10 times below the valuation that I was thinking of. It was a lot of money. I didn't have that money. I needed the money badly. But I stood my ground and said no because I felt the value of my company was much more than that. I told them my company would grow 400 times its size within the next 2 years, and they felt it would grow much less. They had their reasons and I had my reasons. But that taught me two things. One is that the instinct that you have as an entrepreneur, stand your ground on it. Believe in that feeling that your company will grow. Because 2 years later, my company grew 1,000 times the size at that moment. And from 1,000 clients, we have 1.4 million clients now. And the second lesson it taught me is that these gorillas are not just investors that are investing money. Some of them have followed up with my business, even though they didn't invest. They've always asked questions, and that showed me that they're not just bringing in money, but they're bringing much more value and network. And if you feel that they're giving you a good deal, take it. If you feel that it's not a good deal, don't take it. And whatever happens, I wish that your business is successful and it grows, and that even though you can't get money from these people, your business is big enough that you can afford the ticket to go to Musanze and face the real gorillas. Thank you.
Well. If they don't give you a good deal and you have to go to Musanze, I can promise you one thing, that I'll help on negotiating a good deal at RDB for a gorilla permit, which is at $1,500. So without wasting more time, I know everybody is expecting the session to start, the pitching. We have 5 teams today. We have a team from Angola, we have a team from Chad, and we have a team from Senegal and 2 teams from Rwanda. The finalists, some of the finalists from other countries didn't make it here, but right now I don't want to take more time. I want to pass over to Yariv Cohen, chairman of KNet Capital, who has been with us again since we started in 2013, and he's one of the founders of this platform. Yariv, over to you, please.
Thank you, Alex. So this was a great example of what we want to do. We want to create partnership with entrepreneurs. Sometimes the deal grows and sometimes they don't. Hopefully Patrick will get another chance in your business to come in at the later. The game are very simple. The entrepreneurs come, 3 minutes to pitch, 10 minutes question and answers by the friendly gorillas, and then if there is interest, 3 minutes to negotiate a deal. Let the games begin.
So Yariv, you will call out the first team, and I hope the teams should be they're here. So please just go ahead, introduce the team.
We'll start with Andreas. Musa, okay? Andreas, we start.
Andreas from Senegal, I guess.
Andreas from Chad.
Chad, sorry.
Andreas? Okay. So we'll go with Tupoka Eriksson. Eriksson come from Angola. Over there.
Hello, everyone. It's a pretty big stage. Okay. My name is Eriksson Vezi. I'm from Angola, and I'm the CEO and founder of Tupoka. We're going to have slides or no?
Can we have the slides, please?
This is how I look on the big stage.
Well, tell us how is Angola now these days?
It's pretty good. We just had a new president elected, so new times are coming, and hopefully Tupuka helps on fostering more entrepreneurship in Angola.
And lending here, what's the main differences you would see between the two countries?
I love this country, man. It's so organized. Yeah, because recently I was in Switzerland for a Seed Star, and it kind of reminded me of that, just the way that everything is organized. So you guys should be definitely proud of your country.
So I think we're ready to go.
Okay. Like I said before, my name is Erickson Vezi. I'm the CEO and founder of Tupuka. Let me start by asking you the following question. How many of us have ever been in a situation that we didn't have enough time to go out, or we were just lazy to go pick up food from our favorite restaurant, grocery store, supermarket, or any other business? Now, let's imagine how many businesses lose money every single day because of our laziness. So that's why we created Tupuka. Can you please? The slides are not
Next
working.
slide.
Next slide, please. So that's why we created Tupuka, an all-in-one solution that allows users to order from multiple vendors, such as restaurant, pharmacy, supermarket, and other services that we're about to add straight from their smartphone. This is super convenient for the customers because they no longer have to expose themselves in order to go find the goods that they want. And for the vendors, this is super convenient because they can maximize revenue while minimizing operational costs. Now, for us to accomplish this mission, we had to break it down into phases. So the first phase was to launch food delivery solution. So ever since we started, we have sold over 250,000 meals. We have completed over 85,000 deliveries. And just last month alone, thank you. Okay. So how does this thing work? Okay. So just as last month alone, we almost reached the $500,000 mark in sales and net revenue of $100,000. And the amazing thing that we are doing this thing with 4,000 monthly active users. And last year we won the Startup of the Year. We're the fastest growing startup in Angola. And this year, but Disrupt Africa, we were considered amongst the 12 most promising startups. The opportunity that we have here is tremendous. Like I said before, we're doing this with 4,000 monthly active users. If you look at Angola, it has a population of 26 million, and just in the capital has 7 million people, and out of those 7 million people, we have 1.5 million people able to use our service. So we haven't even tapped into 1% of our potential market yet. So our solution is fairly simple. With a simple device, you can download the application, you place the order, the vendor receives the order, prepares it, and once the order is ready, we dispatch it to the closest available driver. One beautiful thing about our solution that we don't own any vehicles. People bring their own motorcycles, and recently people are bringing their own cars. And we allow people to actually partner with other people that have motorcycles that are not willing to work so they can provide jobs for anyone who wants to work. So our business model is fairly simple. We make money from commissions, from each sales, delivery fee, and recently we just started adding advertising on our platform. On each transaction, on each delivery, we're making about $9.6. We're going to stick digital because it's been working so far until now, but we see a tremendous opportunity as we move on to traditional because more vendors are coming to us for us to start tapping into offline marketing and some other cross-marketing opportunity. Regarding the growth, we have identified our key things that we need to do in order for us to expand. One thing is that we changed our delivery model with the driver. Now we can able to hire small delivery companies so we can expand our fleet faster. Another thing what we're going to do in order to grow fast is to enable takeout option throughout the country where whenever we see there's enough demand, then we can add on the delivery part. So we'll be able to do this with the team that we have. We are 5 co-founders. We've been working on this thing for the last 3 years, full times. Our background, we have different background ranging from mechanical engineer myself with a master's in social entrepreneurship. We have a CTO who has a master's in computer science and marketing. And one thing that we've been doing over this year, we've been making solid partnerships. One of it is from a contact center that allow us to improve our service. Another one is recently we just finished an acceleration process with Seedstar World that allow us to really understand our business. And with success that we've been having, competition comes. We are aware of it internationally and locally. Locally, with the success that Tupuka's been having, more companies are emerging. But one thing sets us apart from everyone else, because right now we're leading the market on on-demand delivery. We have exclusive contracts with our vendors. We have a first mover advantage, and we have existing customer base that we can leverage on. So right now we're looking for $250,000 for equity, and mainly will be used to accelerate our growth and improve our customer experience. And one of the things where most of the funds will be allocated in order to optimize our platform. So just to give a quick overview regarding the finance, by 2020, we're expected to make about $17 million in net revenue and a profit of $2 million. So regarding for the investor, if you're thinking about how much money I'm going to get in the 3 years down the line, you're going to have 8 times your return of investment by 2020. And we have applied the VC method, and later on we can share and go over details. So thank you. Our goal right now is really to deliver anything for our customer. Thank you. And I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. You show the most important skill for an entrepreneur, resilience. Gorillas, any questions?
Thanks for your presentation. Really good. What's your burn rate a month?
Right now we're burning about $80,000, mainly because of whenever we started, we had to change our compensation model for the driver a couple of times, because imagine you're hiring a motorcycle driver that used to work on on an informal way, so you have to attract them by giving him a fixed subsidy, and then give him some commission upon each delivery. But as we grew, the demand became larger. We didn't have a need for giving that subsidy anymore. So last month we just moved. We're now working on an 80-20 model where everything that he makes comes from the 80%. We don't have that fixed cost.
And my last question is, you mentioned you have some exclusive tie-ups. How long are your exclusive arrangements with your vendors?
Right now it's for 1 year. One thing we're adding with the partnership that we have from Coca-Cola that wasn't able to tap on is that we're adding more benefits for our vendors, where we can give them beverages at a discount rate in exchange for exclusive contract. One thing we're doing, we're giving them dedicated drivers for the restaurant so they can guarantee that they continue selling other. So we're adding more things around them. So we're not just depending on the money that we provide them. We're actually bringing more value around them.
I have a question for you. That is, what are your plans for growth? That's one. The other one is, who are your over your competitors? Who are your competitors?
Okay. So our growth plan, like I mentioned before, is that now that we have changed our compensation model for the drivers, we can go ahead and add like 1,000 drivers without us feeling that burden. So that's one of the things that allows us to, instead of just delivering from downtown and uptown, we can actually expand even more. And by hiring like small delivery taxi companies, that will help us as well. And another thing, like I mentioned, is like, imagine for us to have a takeaway option at a random location, it doesn't present us any challenge because the customer orders, it goes ahead and picks it up. And if we see the trend is going, then we can get right now we have 2 startups that announced they're going to be doing groceries. Another one announced they're going to be doing just food. One competitive advantage that we have from them is like what we learned is really difficult to get people to download your application, order, and return. And we are already doing that. We have about 32,000 downloads, and monthly we have about 4,000 recurrent users. So instead of us just relying on food delivery, we're going to add more reason for people to order. So you don't have to like face the challenge that you have to delete some of your pictures in order to download multiple apps. Just with Tupuka, you're going to have everything that you need.
Thank you very much. Do you know Jumia?
Yes, I do know very well.
What's the difference between Tupuka and Jumia? And second question, how would you like to convince me to invest in Tupuka rather than Jumia, which is already on the market?
I don't know if you can invest in Jumia right now. Tupuka is a lot easier to invest because you're talking to the CEO right now.
Yeah.
Those applauses just made you forget the last question. So can you please remind me again because of the...
Well,
Yes.
as Gorillas, I would rather invest into Jumia and expand to Angola.
Expand to Angola. What I've just shown you is that if with 4,000 monthly active users, we're making a sales of like $500,000. Imagine with the proper resources. Right now, everything is being done organically. We're getting money from...
I've integrated with 2 banks so that when you pay to their academic bridge, so they pay to bring the banks. Also, I've saved the time for manually input the data in the system. We made 43,000 from schools, and I think the money from the first income. This
30 seconds.
So that's the... There is CEO, and that's the team. So I have also advisors, including a former minister. So we have advisors from tech and... so now we are looking for... as an investor, you can choose between... so if like you can opt convertible notes, then you can figure out later. So with that option, you can get your money convert into equity. So that one, you are going to increase the school. Also, we are looking to add you can incorporate like blockchain on the school data. How we can do it.
Okay,
by what?
Time's up.
Thank you.
Stephen, look like you have a question in your mind.
I'm sure I remember you from. I think I've seen the presentation before, but thank you. It was very good. School software before in America and UK and Australia, and what's I guess what's the biggest barrier you're having to getting schools to change to your software or start using your software, and how long is that sales cycle from when you contact them until when they make a buying decision to use your software?
So the biggest barrier was like you find the infrastructure. So you have like a school having like 2 computers, but like others, people, they have smartphones. So that's why I went recently on mobile. So the infrastructure, to make sure like infrastructure is not a problem. Also the internet, because some people, they are connected for some time, not every time. So now, like the school, how they operate, they hear stories from others. So if you are working with big names, here we have like most respected schools in Rwanda. most of them are working with us. So like before, it was so hard to get a school because you don't have any really proven person working with you. But if we go like nowadays, we can even go once, then you get a school. But now it's range from 1 to 3 meetings with the school administrators. So they can, once you meet once, maybe they say, give us the reference from those schools. They call, they ask if these things are real, what is helping. So if they see like it's something helping, they can just call, let's start, yeah.
To stay on the infrastructure part, you said that you have also a biometric-based attendance system. So this is, if I understand well, you have one per class, so that every student can come?
So this one is not used on students. Okay. Since the student, they don't need that authentication, that like this is the student. What they need is for the school staff. So that's one device per school.
Okay.
So for students, they use smartphones. So you have your phone, you came in class, you can just make like this one came late, this one is present, and there is a way you can put for everyone. It can just take like even less than 1 minute. For the student, they don't use biometric, yeah, because we take time and we add cost to the school, which we don't want, yeah.
Andre, I need to know about your valuation process. You expect $180,000 for 7%, which means about your business value is about $2.2 million.
Yes.
How did you reach that kind of money?
There was a study, Nice Capital. I don't know if it's a known capital firm, Nice Capital. So they did analysis on our business. So they found out we can use if you take on our projected for this year, using the number of the schools we have now, we can get that money. But we say the projected is between 150 and 200. So if we take just 150,000 and times that multiple, we get that valuation.
What are your OPEX for 2018? So your income is about 150. What are your OPEX? Operating expenses.
For the next year?
For next year, yeah, for 2018.
So for the next year, we're looking for doubling the.
No, what I mean, your income, is it net income or is it gross income? The $150,000.
Yeah, is gross. Like post production cost for us is very low because we are the ones we develop everything we develop ourselves. So there is no that like transport fee to schools not there. We provide online support and call. So what we do, like the cost of production is like servers, developers in the house, and some of the communication fee like we use to communicate with them. So you can see like the margin is big.
So you don't get paid for your job?
What? You
don't get paid for your work? So
that will be included on development and other stuff. We include like the payroll, I would say, plus all other direct costs on the production. Yeah.
Thanks.
What's your average burn rate, I guess, or what are you expecting to use the money for? So what will the money go towards?
They raise the money. Actually, the most reason to raise some money is like to increase focus, because getting schools and having to worry about, because the money we are using now is the money we get from clients, so that one doesn't create a stable operations, because you are thinking of maybe this, if this payment is late, whatever. Maybe there's contract you don't sign with employees, all those things. So the investment is to create that that stability and able to focus on growing the company. So what we are looking is increasing number of schools. Means by increasing number of schools, you are increasing the revenue, and also going to that finance part, because it's something we have already got those banks. but we have not really used it for something we want to use.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. We don't have any more time for questions. We need to rush a bit. Gorillas, any offers?
Not for me at this stage. It's a little early for me, but I do have some relationships that might be useful from the sector, which I'd be happy to share with you afterwards.
Christian,
Yes.
it seems the feedback from yesterday and from now is that your valuation is a bit high. What's the best deal you can offer now to the Gorillas, and maybe they will accept it? Can you improve your offer?
Yes, I think as investor, maybe for the first time you see a company, I would maybe recommend we can go for convertible notes so you can figure out things.
You're not.
And
What about
100
more percentages? 7% is a bit low.
Okay, we can
Something
go
like
on.
more like 50.
So we can add 2%.
I don't think that will cut it in this crowd.
Maybe for the one who is interested, we can negotiate and have a deal.
Anybody interested? I think if you come back with a better offer, you can send it to the team, but I do have another prize for you. 3 weeks course in Israel to learn valuation, to learn entrepreneurship.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Courtesy of the government of Israel and foreign aid. Hopefully afterwards you will come with a better financial story, because I think this is what everybody here is waiting for. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now from Senegal, Joko Sante, represented by Adama.
Ok, donc moi je vais, disons, parler en français, bien que la présentation donc, a été faite en anglais. Donc je me présente, mon nom c'est Adama Kane, donc je suis, disons, un ingénieur donc, en télécommunication, donc venant du Sénégal. Disons que j'ai 15 ans, donc disons, en fait j'ai travaillé pendant plus de 15 ans dans le domaine, disons, donc des télécoms. Et donc c'est, disons, suite à une histoire disons, vécu, que j'ai eu, disons, cette idée-là, et que je suis devenu maintenant donc, entrepreneur. Voilà. Donc, c'est l'histoire de Joko Santé. Okay. Donc, en fait, moi, j'ai vécu une histoire personnelle. Donc, j'ai eu, donc, un jour à la maison, donc, en faisant donc, des rangements, donc, j'ai vu que j'avais accumulé donc, des boîtes de médicaments, donc d'une valeur assez importante. Et donc je me suis dit comment donc quelqu'un peut avoir en Afrique des boîtes de médicaments donc non ouvertes, non utilisées, pendant que donc dehors donc il y a des gens qui n'ont pas accès aux médicaments. Donc c'est vraiment de ça qu'est partie disons donc cette idée. Maintenant en faisant disons donc des recherches sur le plan mondial, donc on s'est rendu compte que donc selon les chiffres de l'OMS, donc disons que plus de 100 millions de personnes tombent sous le seuil de pauvreté, donc à cause des dépenses imprévues de santé, et que ce qui est important, c'est que disons que les ménages, donc la plus grande part des dépenses de santé des ménages, en fait, vont vers les médicaments. Donc on a une moyenne de 65% donc de ces dépenses-là vers les médicaments, et qu'il n'y a aucune politique, disons efficace autour de ces médicaments. Donc nous pouvons donc dire que non seulement donc, on n'a pas une consommation, disons, efficiente des médicaments, mais même les programmes de santé qui donnent des médicaments, en fait, n'ont pas, disons, donc des mécanismes efficients en Afrique, puisqu'ils vont face, disons, à de grands défis donc, pour faire parvenir donc, les dons, disons, aux bénéficiaires. Et donc cela donc, mène à, disons, certains impacts. Non seulement donc ça encourage donc disons donc en fait donc la vente illégale de médicaments, parce que les gens qui n'ont pas accès, qui n'ont pas les moyens vont acheter donc les faux médicaments. On a aussi donc un budget de santé qui n'est pas sécurisé, parce que même s'il y a des fonds qui sont envoyés par la diaspora, ou même s'il y a des fonds qui sont injectés, disons, par les ONG, par les grandes, disons, organisations, on n'est pas sûr que ces médicaments-là, disons, arrivent au bon destinataire. Donc nous avons essayé de mettre en place une solution. Donc cette solution-là, c'est en fait donc de faire en sorte donc de gérer de façon communautaire, en fait, donc disons donc les médicaments. C'est comme si on s'imaginait que dans un pays ou bien dans un continent, au lieu que chacun ait sa boîte à pharmacie, qu'on ait une boîte à pharmacie communautaire qui appartient à tout le monde, mais que cette boîte-là est gérée, disons, par une application mobile. Donc comment ça marche? Donc déjà première donc action. Donc, par exemple, pour mon cas, des gens comme moi qui ont des boîtes de médicaments qui sont non ouvertes, qui ne sont pas utilisées, en fait, donc, peuvent les déposer dans les centres de santé et donc gagner des points sur le portable. Donc, les membres de Joko Santé sont identifiés à travers le mobile. Et le mobile peut être un smartphone ou bien un téléphone simple. Hein. Donc, ça veut dire que tout le monde peut être membre, même si on est dans le village le plus reculé. Et donc, quand on dépose des médicaments non utilisés, et je sais que c'est dans les centres de santé, donc ça veut dire que c'est vérifié par des professionnels de santé. Donc, si ces médicaments-là sont acceptés, donc vous avez des points équivalents à la valeur financière de ces médicaments-là. Autre mécanisme aussi, ça veut dire qu'on peut avoir aussi donc, des points Joko Santé si on est financé, disons, par une organisation. Par exemple, les ONG ou les entreprises privées, via leur activité RSE, peuvent en fait donc cibler une population et donc mettre en place un fonds. Et seule cette population-là pourra bénéficier donc des points qui ont été achetés. Donc, je précise que un point est équivalent à 1 franc CFA. Bon, moi, je suis au Sénégal. Aux États-Unis, on dirait que $1 est égal à 1 point. Et donc, autre chose aussi, donc, on pousse aussi donc, les gens à prendre en charge leurs frais de médicaments donc, à travers la micro-épargne. Et la diaspora peut aussi donc, acheter des points, soit par crédit card ou bien par PayPal sur notre application web. Et donc, envoyer ces points-là sur le portable du bénéficiaire. Comme ça, ils sont sûrs que les fonds envoyés serviront uniquement à la santé, mais pas à autre chose. Et donc, comme vous pouvez l'imaginer, donc, les points qui sont accumulés par les membres de Joko Santé servent à acheter donc, des médicaments. Donc, voilà comment notre solution marche. Et donc, nos revenus, c'est que nous prenons donc, en fait, donc, excusez-moi.
30 seconds.
OK. Donc, nous prenons donc des commissions sur ces différents, disons, donc, points. Et donc, notre application, comme je l'ai dit, marche sur les smartphones comme sur des portables ordinaires. Donc, nous ciblons un marché qui est très important. Aujourd'hui, le marché donc, des médicaments en Afrique, c'est 20 milliards de dollars et ça ira à 26 milliards de dollars donc, en 2021. Et donc, nous avons aussi une équipe donc, de professionnels. Moi, je suis ingénieur télécom de base, effectivement, mais nous avons des pharmaciens et des médecins donc, dans notre équipe et c'est des gens qui sont assez expérimentés, disons. Donc, notre application est quand même assez connu, disons, dans le monde. Donc, on a eu pas mal de citations dans la presse internationale. Nous avons aussi remporté peut-être pas mal de prix, hein. Donc il y en a beaucoup, donc, et des prix donc, dans le domaine de la santé. Par exemple, le grand prix de la e-santé en France a été remporté par nous. On était la seule start-up africaine. Et à côté de nous, il y avait des instituts universitaires européens. Et nous avons remporté ce prix-là devant eux. Donc nous avons aussi donc, une reconnaissance donc, de ITU donc, en 2015, etc. Et moi, je suis à Chocolat Philo. Et donc, nous avons aussi des partenaires quand même assez importants. On a Sonatel, qui est donc, disons, moi je travaille à la Sonatel, et Microsoft et les autres. Donc, on a aussi été invité donc, à l'ONU où on a présenté la solution et nous sommes la seule start-up à être présente sur la plateforme business donc, de l'ONU. Ce que nous voulons faire, c'est que nous voulons avoir 30 millions donc, de membres actifs dans 20 pays africains et donc pouvoir capter 15% donc, des ventes donc, disons, donc, en pharmacie. Et nous prenons effectivement une commission par rapport à ça. Ce que nous avons eu à faire, donc, avec les prix que nous avons reçus, on n'a jamais eu d'investisseurs. Les prix que nous avons reçus, ça nous a permis, donc, disons, de pouvoir expérimenter notre projet, etc. Et donc, nous pensons pouvoir faire un peu moins d'1 million de dollars à l'horizon 2022. Et aujourd'hui, nous sommes en train de, disons, donc, en phase de négociation avec un investisseur. Et nous avons estimé notre besoin en investissement donc, à 500 000 dollars. Donc, ce qu'on demande, on ne demande pas à quelqu'un ici de nous faire un chèque de 500 000 dollars, mais de pouvoir participer, disons, à cet investissement. Ça veut dire que si on doit négocier, on va négocier à 3. Ça sera moi, l'autre investisseur et éventuellement donc, le Gorilla qui va s'y engager. Je vous remercie beaucoup.
Thank you. That was a rush for the finish. Much better in French than in English from yesterday. That's very good. I'd like to call Bo. You have a medical token platform. I'd like to hear your professional opinion on this.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hi everyone. Bo Vargas here, representing BitMed. So, I think obviously we're more on the medical side, so we're offering a lot of the population, both here in Rwanda, so we're offering free healthcare to everyone. So I think it's a natural extension that a lot of our patients need medication in some cases. So I think for you guys, as long as you guys take Bitcoin and maybe some other cryptocurrencies as a form of payment, we can definitely talk afterwards about both partnerships. So we have we have quite a few active users on our platform that would just be a natural extension.
Ooh.
So let's chat afterwards.
Joseph, what's your thoughts about taking Bitcoin as an investment?
I think.
Please be honest.
My stocks have Bitcoins on them, so that's a good way. I think that Bitcoin can provide as an excellent funding mechanism. I think the number one thing is to exercise caution in understanding what Bitcoin is and what every other thing that calls themselves Bitcoin is. As just a investor and entrepreneur, beware. But I think it provides a tremendous amount of opportunities to speed up the access to capital in places that require it. So.
And what do you think about tokenization of the points?
That's an interesting one. So I don't know how much you've looked into tokenization to date, and I think actually maybe BitMed would be a really good partner to talk with. But I think that there's a lot of opportunities in how you look at the tokenization of loyalty or credit systems, or the ability for points, as you're describing, to act as a new form of currency and provide new kind of upside advantages across both your own jurisdiction or multiple jurisdictions. So it's interesting.
I like your concept. It's very innovative.
Thank you.
But I have one main concern is fake drugs, and mainly in Western Africa countries. How do you make sure that the medicines which people are bringing back are not fake?
Ok, d'accord. Effectivement, donc partout où nous avons présenté ce projet-là, donc c'est vraiment le point qui est soulevé. Hein. Donc je dois vous avouer qu'au Sénégal, au début quand même, donc avant même qu'on puisse avoir un, disons, rendez-vous avec les pharmaciens, c'était très difficile. Et maintenant, je pense que maintenant ça va un peu mieux. Et effectivement, donc ça c'est un point important. Mais ce que j'ai l'habitude de dire, c'est que en fait, donc nous avons apporté une solution pour régler un problème. Et il ne faudrait pas, disons, qu'on nous dise que tant que vous n'avez pas réglé tous les autres problèmes, donc votre solution n'est pas acceptable. Donc les faux médicaments sont une réalité en Afrique, en France, aux États-Unis, partout. Je pense qu'il n'y a pas un continent qui est épargné par les faux médicaments. Et donc nous pensons au contraire que, en tout cas dans notre contexte local africain, notre outil permet d'éradiquer des faux médicaments. Et ça, pour le faire, je pense que donc on a des, disons, donc on a des preuves, on a des témoignages, parce que quand même nous avons fait un projet pilote. Et donc il y a le maire donc de la commune où on a fait un projet pilote qui a fait une vidéo que je peux même vous envoyer. En fait, donc le lien, là où on a fait le projet pilote, le premier projet pilote, il n'y avait plus de vendeurs de médicaments de la rue. Parce que qu'est-ce que les gens vont aller faire chez les médicaments chez les vendeurs, s'ils peuvent avoir accès à des médicaments qui sont financés par des entreprises ou par des ONG. Donc, il est vrai que certaines personnes mal intentionnées peuvent essayer donc de réinjecter donc des faux médicaments pour avoir des points et vendre ces points-là peut-être même à des gens. Parce qu'effectivement, notre système permet à quelqu'un de pouvoir offrir des points à une autre personne. Donc on peut peut-être avoir des points, accumuler des points, essayer d'aller dans un marché noir et vendre maintenant ces points. Au lieu de vendre des faux médicaments, vendre des points, on ne sera pas attrapé par la police. Mais ce que j'ai dit, je pense hier, et je le répète, donc ça c'est un point sensible que nous avons bien pris en charge. Et la solution que nous avons envisagée aujourd'hui, c'est le blockchain. Nous avons parlé de $500 000 d'investissement. Une grande partie de cet investissement-là, ça sera pour sécuriser notre plateforme. Je vous dis déjà que notre plateforme est hébergée dans le cloud de Microsoft. Microsoft était avant notre fournisseur, on payait à Microsoft, mais à un moment, ils nous ont dit, écoutez, arrêtez de nous payer, nous on préfère être votre partenaire. Et aujourd'hui, nous sommes hébergés gratuitement sur le cloud de Microsoft. Et donc l'autre point donc, de sécurisation, c'est de pouvoir introduire donc, la blockchain et de le faire à partir donc des ports, je veux dire à partir donc du niveau d'importation des médicaments, c'est de tracer tous les médicaments et donc de pouvoir avoir une traçabilité de bout en bout de tous les médicaments. C'est ça notre vision en tout cas.
Ok, très bien. Votre business m'intéresse. Je veux parler avec vous après la session.
Super, merci.
Steven?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect example of where blockchain can actually be really useful. This is a combination of supply chain protection, as well as you already have a mobile app which you can trace back to a tag on those products. I think the key thing to make sure that works is going to be whether there's an economic model that can be built off that. But certainly, we're here at a conference focused on Transform Africa and talking of blockchain. I couldn't think of a better case study. Obviously, some regulation to get around internationally, but as you said before, a fight worth having.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. It's one of the things closest to my heart is the efficacy of drugs and the use of the blockchain in supply chain management. It's going to be a difficult one, but no never means no. You just got to ask the question a different way. And I think there's a really interesting pilot and a really interesting partnership that we could roll out. So I'm very interested.
Yeah, likewise.
And I'm very interested. I think I love what you do. I think you're solving an amazing need. We need to tweak on the business model. We need to work on the blockchain technology. But we have a vehicle here that we're building, which is the Rwanda Innovation Fund. And what you do fits exactly. So if you're willing to move your operation here, partner with them, then very interested to have a conversation after.
So I have a lot of questions, but I would love to talk to you after. I have a question concerning the regulation, as you said. How do you partner with the regulation in Senegal to integrate that in the system? Also, I think you went very fast on that, the number of pharmacies that you have, the number of active users and revenue generated. I don't think if we have time now, if you can reply to some of them.
I think we'll do that after.
Okay, but anyway, I would love to talk more. And in Morocco, so I'm from Morocco, and Morocco we have big insurance companies that are Pan-African, so maybe there is something to do with that.
Fantastic, well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I think the best way, Imagine We.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, audience. My name is Dominique, and I am here representing Imagine We. I am the founder and the CEO. I'd like to start with two contrasting stories. In 2016, my team and I conducted a survey with children aged 4 to 12 with a very simple question. What do you want to become when you grow up? Our answers range from me-to-you vendors, motorcyclists, tailors, and very few thought of themselves as doctors or anything else that was better. Fast forward to 2018, the Black Panther movie comes out with Wakanda Forever and a lot of other positive stories about what children in Africa or children of black descent could become. And the positive effect trickled down to people all over the world, making more than 1 billion gross revenue in about a few months. This emphasizes the journey that Imagine We has taken, which is representation. Representation matters. Yes. Imagine Rwanda is an African publishing house that uses storytelling to improve the cultures, the representation of Rwandan cultures, African cultures and contexts, and to make positive images for the people that we serve, but the people that we are also trying to reach. With that, we have been able to raise the African dignity. We have been able to also raise the language and literacy skills, as well as readers' self-esteem, to tell them that they can become a lot more by sharing their stories to improve, to inspire the generations to come, but also the ones that they are their peers. Our opportunity statement We are changing the narrative by creating more positive stories, and we have proven to increase the self-esteem of our readers. Right now, we have reached more than 8,000 people in Rwanda and 5 locations in East Africa. The misrepresentation of Africa in the media and elsewhere has affected investment and tourism opportunities, education and literacy growth, and national, obviously, and regional economic growth. Our magic. In the years 2016 and 2017 alone, imagine we reached 7,000 people in Rwanda and outside of Rwanda, through schools, organizations, embassies, and more. From the last time we pitched, because this is my second time, which was in 2017, and up to March 2018, we raised the products on the market and made a gross revenue of 15 million in just 4 months. Because we do not compromise on quality and content, we are passionate, and we are very creative. So this is our story in numbers. In 2015, we only had 1 book in the market, and that made us 8,000 USD. By the way, I want to thank the people who have supported us in our journey. With 3 books on the market, we went all the way up to 28,000. And this year, we have 6 books and planning to make 12 more books by the end of 2018. So you can see the numbers. So our ask. As young entrepreneurs, we know that we actually can grow. We have proven that we can grow by ourselves, but we cannot expand in the rest of Africa alone. We do not want money at this point. We want partnerships. We want advisory and mentorship, because when I come back to pitch here, I want to have the skills and even speak the VC language, which some of you guys know from yesterday. We want to be exposed to the African market. Right now we are in Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda. But with an opportunity like Transform Africa, I believe, and people like you on the panel, we can reach more countries. We want to go outside. We want to sit with people, advise us on financials, and how to build a structure and a business model that will help us reach our next level. We want exposure to training and workshops for myself and my team, because my team and I are younger than 27 years old. And with what we have come to do at this point, we know that we want to do more. The last thing that is very exciting, we want to change our inventory to zeros and ones. We want to go digital. We want to see what the potential of going digital presents.
Thank you, and we ran out of time. Gorillas, what do you think?
I'm in.
Ladies first.
I'm in. I'm in.
First of all, I'd like I back a lot of women and children initiatives around the world, because I really do believe the only way you change the world is you educate your women and children, and you do that at a grassroots level. So I'm in to help you whenever way you need.
Wakanda, 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 I'm in. Wakanda forever.
I would be really interested to sit down with you and be happy to sort of bring an analyst along and sit down and help you with that structure and business model. One of the things that, and we've met before, is, but I'm really excited to understand whether you can crowdsource your content a little more. And part of your digitization process, I think, will solve a lot of those financial questions that can come up. So I think if we could help you with the business model, I'd love to help if you'd have us.
Kenza?
I think you have the right vision and the passion it takes to solve this problem. So I would love to learn more about the industry of books before committing. Thank you.
Eugene?
Yeah, I like your passion and resilience. I remember you last year, so you can count on me as a mentor for now, and also for money if you have a proper business plan.
Now, yesterday, Dominique, you mentioned a very interesting model that you've done, where you sold royalties for a book rather than selling equity. Eugene, would that be of interest for you? Yeah? Okay, we may have a deal on that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Joseph? Joseph.
Oh yeah, sorry. I think that first of all, asking for advice, you always get money, and it's very good. It's my first time here. No, I applaud you. So I'm here to help any way that I can. I think again, I kind of speak the tune with everyone here. That I mean, I'll help you build a business model.
Right.
And there's a lot of areas in the digital and tokenization world that might be able to help too. So I'm in.
Great. So I think money and
You don't have any questions?
And on top of that, you got a course to go to Israel for 3 weeks as well.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank
for
you.
that, I would like to invite Boaz Medina, the representative of the government of Israel, Moshav, to say a few words and then provide the certificates for the courses. Boaz?
Hi, good morning all. My name is Boaz. I'm the development chair of Israel over here in Rwanda, and also the representative of Moshav in Rwanda also. Moshav is the agency, the Israeli Agency for International Development Cooperation, and I can proudly say that Rwanda is our major project in Africa now, these days. In general, we have now in Rwanda, actually in Mulindi, near Kigali, we have a bilateral project which is Horticulture Center of Excellence. It's something that we hope that will change a bit the way that farmers are doing their work over here. Israel has last year, Moshav decided to, let's say, contribute for scholarships to some of the best people, entrepreneurs, youngsters, that I believe that by being in Israel and be exposed to the Israelis' way of thinking, technologies, etc., it might help them a bit to develop themselves. So
we'll call in. Dominique, you're here, so you will be. Imagine We, the first one. Andreas, are you here? Please come. You're impressed all the judges, so you've been awarded a course to go to Israel. Pitch really strong. Academic Bridge, Christian. Excellent. And Pascal? Pascal? Raise him from Pascal. Thank you, boss. Thank you, everyone. Alex, do we have another part of the program?
we would like to invite the Minister of ICT from Djibouti to give the closing remarks, and then we'll be done. Thank you.
Excellences, Monsieur et Madame les ministres des Télécoms et chers collègues, honorables investisseurs qui ont donné la promotion à ce concours et qui sont aussi présents pour évaluer, honorables distingués, tout protocole observé. C'est avec un plaisir que je prends la parole devant cette auguste assemblée et je suis venu ici juste pour féliciter et à organiser ce concours de Face to Gorias. Ainsi, mes félicitations vont aussi à l'endroit des jeunes qui ont participé et proposé des projets tangibles sur les ICT, ainsi que les investisseurs qui ont mis la main dans la poche afin de permettre à ces jeunes de s'épanouir et de réaliser des projets concrets. En ma qualité de ministre des Télécommunications, je me réjouis aussi de voir des jeunes venus de pays différents concourir sur les ICT et mon pays est aussi parmi ces concurrents qui participent à cette hauteur puisque nous étions parmi les membres fondateurs de Smart Africa. Ensuite, il est de notre devoir, tout politicien, d'appuyer les jeunes innovateurs afin qu'ils puissent remédier aux problèmes de chômage qui constituent une plaie à chacune de nos sociétés respectives. Enfin, étant donné que les chefs d'État africains ont signé récemment en mars dernier, ici, l'intégration régionale sur le commerce, il faut que ces pactes et ces conventions puissent passer à l'action. Des concours comme celui-ci seront ou porteront la vision des chefs d'État africains et à la réalisation et à la concrétisation de la réelle intégration de l'Afrique entière. Ainsi, des startups djiboutiens ont signé des conventions avec le CELAB qui a organisé ces concours. Il s'agit de la CETID de Djibouti, le centre de technologie djiboutien des startups, qui a signé un partenariat avec le CELAB. Et ainsi, nous pourrons renforcer les jeunes startups afin que tous les jeunes africains et du monde entier puissent conquérir et participer à l'intégration mondiale. Je terminerai mes propos par un défi que j'ai fait ici, qui est d'organiser aussi à notre tour à Djibouti, qui est le pays de rencontres et d'échanges, bien que sa taille soit petite, un concours similaire à celui-ci à travers notre start-up CETID et en partenariat toujours avec les CELAB rwandais. Merci de votre attention et j'aimerais dire encore, enfin, qu'il est temps que les politiciens accompagnent les jeunes ou la jeunesse africaine comme le font les investisseurs je vous félicite de votre noble action que vous avez apportée à l'appui et il est de notre devoir politiciens de nous mettre à notre tour à côté de la jeunesse pour que celle-ci puisse s'épanouir dans les différents horizons. Merci de votre attention.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, and thank you very much to our gorillas, investors. I think the Honorable Minister closed on very interesting remarks, inviting and challenging the gorillas to go to Djibouti. Yes, on behalf of the ICT Chamber and the Face the Gorillas Challenge, we accept your challenge and we will come to Djibouti to set up Face the Gorillas. Thank you very much. The next session is $300 billion, attracting $300 billion into Africa. And I think it's just matching what we've just been doing. Gorillas, you can please take your seats off. And then thank you everyone who made it this from 8 a.m. And thank you for those that have joined us late. This was the end of our session. And the next panelists, I guess, are already set. Thank you. Have a great session.
Sorry? Yeah, I'm in the auditorium.